Hi there, I'm Nikki and welcome to the Kitchen Legacy. Today we are cooking up, as you can see all these beautiful colors here, we're going to do some roasted veggies. And I love this recipe, my family and I do it a lot. I love it because roasted veggies go with just about anything, right? You can pair it with any type of meat, you can chop them up, put them in a salad or a barbecue. I mean, it's really versatile, and so I'm going to show you a really simple way. It really almost doesn't really need any, like a demonstration because it's pretty straightforward, but nonetheless, I love to be able to cook with you guys and just show you kind of how I do it at home. So, and because I am at my home, of course, I'm having a latte. Does anybody else like to have a nice, drink or drink? Maybe you do like to have a drink. I like to have a latte. That kind of came out wrong. I like to have a latte. I like to cook with music on. It kind of creates just a really fun cooking experience in my kitchen. I always have it's pretty lively. So it's usually a latte or water or kombucha is what I'm drinking. But today I got a latte. So I'm going to take one last drink. Okay, then I'm going to cook for you guys. Okay, so this is what you'll need for roasted veggies. You're going to need bell pepper. So it can be red, it can be yellow, orange, it can even be green. Now, I typically, when I am doing my roasted vegetables, I will have either an orange or yellow because they have kind of a milder like pepper taste to it, so it kind of evens out between like the red and the green. So anyways, you'll need some bell pepper, you'll need a yellow squash, and you'll need a zucchini. Also, you'll need a bundle of asparagus. All right, so let's get cooking. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just chop these up, and really straightforward here, just using a Santoku knife. In your kitchen, you don't really need a lot of different knives, you just need about 4 different ones. So today, the one that I'm using is just a Santoku knife. I love it. Got my cutting board, and what I'm using today to cook on is the large bonMAT. So you're going to want to get out your large bonMAT and large baking sheet from bonCook. This is completely non-stick, a non-stick cooking mat. And it's so incredibly versatile. You'll see why I use it a lot in my cooking, but I love how it roasts veggies because it has woven glass fibers in it. So as it provides a nice medium even temperature, and my veggies will get nice and crispy, they won't get soggy. And then also when I add some cheese at the end, yes, I'm gonna add some cheese, it also starts to nice and crisp the cheese, which I like. So that's why you'll see me use it a lot. I love the large bonMAT, great for my family size. So I like to start, now of course you can chop these up in whichever way you like. I've just gotten used to chopping them this way. So of course these are all washed. Chop off the ends first, let's get rid of that. Just to make it easier on myself, I kind of like to split these up into smaller sizes. And we'll just go like this. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you can save some time and just do it like this, Nikki. But for me, because this stays, level and not going to roll away, I like to do it this way. So again, there's no, well, I guess there technically is a right or wrong way. But this is just how I do it. I'm not a trained culinary person. I'm just a mom. But I have learned some things along the way. I've learned what not to do. I've cut my finger plenty of times. And of course, you gotta have a scraper. Do you guys have a scraper in your kitchen? You need to. These little guys, of course from bonCook as well, I love them because they help me scoop up anything that I chop, like as you can see, my veggies. Or if I'm chopping walnuts or chocolate chips or something, they're just they just kind of extend the hand a little bit. All right, so I like to do my squashes first. Do that. Next is the zucchini. Get rid of the ends here. Now again, I like to just chop it in half so it gets some smaller bites, but totally up to you if you want to just leave those rings. And now I'm cutting these in about 1/4 of an inch thick, not too thin. If you do it too thin, they will get soggy and they just kind of turn to mush in the mouth. So I like thicker pieces, because it adds that nice crunch to it, that nice crispness as you bite in. Zucchini, all done. Throwing it on my mat here. Now, I said that the bonMAT was nonstick, and that means that's nonstick without any sprays, greasing, flouring, or oiling, like none of that. You don't need any of that, and your food will just come right off. So I'm not adding any, as you can kind of see down here, any sprays to it. So next is my bell pepper. Kind of chop off the top there, chop off the bottom. Again, this may be the way that you cut your bell pepper, maybe not. This is just how I found was just the easiest way, so I get the middle out. Oops, I think I dropped a piece down there. Oh well. I have to chop it in half this way because then I can make strips. And that's what I like. Again, now you can do the rings, you can do just other, chunks of whatever you feel. I like to do it just this way. And again, using my scraper here, and I'm just distributing it on. I'll show you what all this looks like too after I chop them all. Now you can't let it go to waste, so I usually try to get as much out of this as I can. So I use the top, I use the bottom, I use it all. I don't even know what happened to the bottom. Did I chop it already? Probably. You guys, I don't even know. Okay. Sometimes. Okay, there's my red bell pepper going. Again, I like to just, I chop the top and the bottom off so I can kind of get in there and then just cut away those inside membranes and take out the center. There we go. Red bell pepper has such a great flavor. Oh, I love red bell pepper. I love using red bell pepper in especially quiches with my eggs. I'm doing an omelet. And my oldest daughter loves red bell pepper too. Kids just love the strong flavor of it. It's great. Okay, let's put that on there. Now, I love having vegetables on hand. So I, of course, go to Costco. Costco's my jam, y'all. If you know me, you know I love Costco. And so I go to Costco and I buy, I go in that freezer, the big old cold storage, and I buy the big old bags. So I always have it here with me. And so that way, if I'm like, I don't really know what to do, because see, I don't necessarily meal plan, like people have their menu up for the week. I do like 1 or 2 nights a week, I will go, okay, I'm gonna make chili or we're gonna have tacos. But most of the time, I will just keep chicken in my freezer. I'll keep ground beef, ground turkey. I'll keep the vegetables. That way, if I'm just having a busy day, I'm like, man, I don't have to cook. I don't really plan anything. Oh, we're just gonna do some chicken. We're just gonna have some veggies on the side, and then the rice, So that's kind of how we run our household, and I just kind of find it works for me because if I try to think of something, to cook for every single night, it just gets crazy in my head. So. Okay, so now your bundle of asparagus. Now I'm going to show you how this looks before I put the asparagus on. And again, you can, dress it up, you lay it out however you like, but you can see I love that color, it's just beautiful. So I like to lay my asparagus right on top. But of course, you want to make sure to just snap off the ends. And I'll show you again how I'm just laying it on here. These roasted veggies, I'm not tossing them in any olive oil, no seasoning. Like I mentioned, at the end, I will put a little bit of shredded Parmesan cheese on them. But these are just raw, so I just washed them and cut them, and that's it. And if you try this at home, you'll see it doesn't really need any other flavoring on it. Now, but you can. So, of course, Bon Cook, if you're a Bon Cook lover, you're a Bon Cook groupie, you know that we have an amazing garlic olive oil. It's amazing. You can definitely toss these veggies in there, add a little bit of salt and pepper on top. Or we have a lot of great new flavors with our olive oils. We have a pesto parm, we have herbs de Provence. So you can kind of get creative with it. Even our lemon oil, surprisingly, is great on these veggies. It just adds an extra tang to it. So, okay, so I just, as you can see, just laid my asparagus just right on top there. And these are gonna go in the oven at 425 for 13 minutes. Then I'm gonna add some shredded parm on top and then leave them in there for another 2 minutes, and then they're perfectly cooked roasted vegetables. So let's get to it. Okay, so my veggies have been here in the oven for about 13 minutes, so I'm going to kind of pull them out and add some shredded Parmesan cheese to it. Oh my goodness, look at that steam. Love it. So what's cool with the asparagus being on top is that they're almost getting steamed and a little bit of roasted. So The asparagus will be just about perfect. Now you can add as much cheese as you want or as little cheese as you want. I love this cheese. I like to do a little bit on the side right here because that is gonna make a cute little Parmesan crisp, which I love. So that will melt. So just another 2 minutes or so. And then I will take them out and then they'll be ready to eat. Ooh, yummy. These look amazing. So again, they were in the oven for like 15 minutes. The last few minutes we put some cheese on top. But now I'll just let this cool for just a few minutes and then they'll be ready to eat. So again, I love doing these roasted veggies. I hope you guys try it. It's really, really simple to do. And roasted veggies are a great way to get in all those nutrients. Now you can do it with broccoli, you can do it with Brussels sprouts, you can do it with sweet potatoes. So I'll be sharing more recipes with you guys, but I hope you enjoy this recipe demo. I hope you guys tried. If you do, please reach out to me on the socials. I am on Instagram as The Kitchen Legacy, but also make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can get all the updates on when I post new recipes and also product tips. So thanks so much for joining me in my kitchen today. We'll catch you next time.